Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a Dollar Tree DIY. We're going to be creating a vinyl to apply to a dog bowl using our Cricut. So we'll be doing vinyl decals with our Cricut today. Let's begin by taking a look at our product list. We'll have the Cricut Explorer Air 2 that we'll be using, a bowl from Dollar Tree, orange and green premium vinyl, standard matte. We'll be using our weeding tool and transfer paper and rubbing alcohol. Now let's head over to Cricut Design Space to create our design. This is the dashboard or the home page of the Cricut Design Space, and we are going to click on New Project. That will take us to the canvas, and from here will I recommend that you use templates. We're going to go over to the template icon, click there, and today we're creating a bowl with our favorite team's colors, our favorite Florida team. We're going to be putting that on a bowl, on that gray bowl. So we're going to, these icons are listed in alphabetical order. So we're going to be looking for the letter B for bowl. And there is the bowl. We will utilize this template to help us size and scale our design. So I recommend the template. From there, we are going to upload our image. So we are going to go over to upload there. And insert our design. And obviously this came over quite large, so we're going to resize the image from 23 pixels to 4 in width. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier for us to see and manage. So we're going to just kind of resize it and sort of place it where we think it might be a good spot. Okay, so we have our design moved over, and from there I'm going to go ahead and select the design, and I'd like to come over and ungroup the design, because as you can see, there's a box around the image that we're using, and we want to remove that. So let's see if, and then we're able to remove the box. So now we're just left with our image, and I'm going to go back over here, select all, and then group it together so that as I move the image around, everything moves as one. So make it a little bit larger. And for this design, it's being created for our little puppy named Leo. It's actually my son's dog. But there's some edits that I'm going to make to this design. For example, I want to make all of these letters, all of the letters. So I'm going to keep the orange image, but I want to change the font to the color green to match our team's colors. So once everything is selected, I'll come back over and ungroup so that I can individually select the colors. I'm sure there's probably an easier way to change the colors for each of these letters, but I'm not sure, 100% sure how to do that. So I'm going to individually change the color. So you simply just click on each of your letters over in the right column and change them to the color font that you'd like to see. So go up top and then change the color. Of note, anything that you have on a design that you've chosen that you might not necessarily want to bring over to your final product, you can certainly remove that by clicking on that specific item. So I think I'm going to remove these two little half circles here. So if you'd like to remove or move them around or get rid of anything in your image, you could select it and do contour, and then just select it and it'll remove it from our images. Okay, and now I'm going to go back and add in, for the other side of the bowl, our puppy's name, Leo. So this is the SVG, so I'm going to select it. I may have to go change the colors on this one as well. Change it to 4 pixels in width. Make it easier to size and scale. I'm going to go and ungroup to remove that box that we don't want. And group these back so that they remain together, and then change the color to orange. From here, I'm going to move this on top of our other design so that we get the right size. Actually, I'm going to put this back up top. And if you wanted all of this to print together, you could click the attach button here, down here at the bottom, but I may want to move the sizes around once I get all this printed out. So for this video, I'm not going to attach, but if you wanted everything to, like these 2 arms, to go over together in the print job, we could do that as well. All of the little half circles out so that it's not so hard to peel those off when we actually do print our design. So that looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and make it. Which brings us over to the cutting page, and over here we want to take a look at the colors that we're going to be using. We're going to be using the orange vinyl and the green vinyl. Very important step that we need to remember is to make sure that we mirror our image as if you were actually looking in the mirror. It's very important to make sure that you don't skip these steps, because when you're applying your vinyl, you want to make sure that it actually applies in the right direction. So Cricut Design Space makes that easier for us by if we just click this button, it'll flip the images for us to help them line up the way that they should. Next, we want to load the Cricut with our vinyl on the grip mat, and then click that little arrow, that up and down arrow, so that it can load and prepare to print. Okay. Then you want to click on continue. My Cricut Air 2 is connecting via Bluetooth, and here you want to set your Cricut Air 2 to vinyl, because we're printing on premium vinyl. And to do that, you'll just turn the dial on the actual Cricut Explorer 2 and just turn the dial to vinyl. It helps to start by cutting the edge sometimes, so let's cut the corner off. And I am using the Cricut Premium Vinyl. It's water resistant and can last from 3 to 6 years. Just remember, it takes 24 hours to set onto the surface of the bowl before you allow it to get wet. Just wait 24 hours before you wash the bowl, and I recommend hand washing only. Next, I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and just rub it along the sides of the bowl with the rubbing alcohol to get off any dirt or anything that may affect our application of our design. And remember, this is a Dollar Tree DIY. This bowl came from my local Dollar Tree and it was $1. I'm also going to be using transfer tape. This is the Cricut transfer tape, but you can use any that you can find at your local store. It helps. So once you apply the transfer tape, it helps to also take your scraping tool, and I'm just going to take the scraping tool and scrape across the top of my design, and then take the scraping tool and scrape across the back to help it lift. Then I go ahead and take my design, line it up where I want it to be with my transfer tape. And then I just try to take my fingers from the center and then use my fingers to sort of work my way from the middle out. And then I'm going to use my scraper to help me work out any bubbles. And that's really it. This is both sides of the finished product of the bowl. Thank you for joining us today. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, please be sure to list them below.